Welcome back to the Comment Show, the only show on the internet where if you don't hit the subscribe button right this second, your house will be raided by the FBI. Our first comment comes from James Jean Kozakinu Kizoku. Hello, I think that Barcelona should sell Ousmane Dembélé ASAP. It's not the first year that he's doing all of that, playing PlayStation 4 or something else over midnight, eating junk food another. All that is not a champion way of life. He is far worse disciplined than Romario or Ronaldinho. Okay, so if you don't know, apparently Ousmane Dembélé has been staying up all night playing his PlayStation and eating junk food, which has resulted in him occasionally missing training and telling porkies to try and, save face. Valverde has clearly seen through that lie, however, and barely played him during Messi's elbow injury-induced absence, instead opting for Rafinha to fill a huge Messi-shaped void instead. Now, I don't think Barcelona should sell him just yet. He can still come good. Neymar used to live a hectic lifestyle, but he performed on the pitch as well, so he was allowed to. Someone needs to show Ousmane Dembélé some Casey Neistat videos and just get him all pumped up to get done. Because Casey Neistat gets done, he has the most mental work ethic I've ever seen. He gets up at like 5 and just runs like a marathon, or 2. I don't know how I've shoehorned Casey Neistat into a chat about Dembélé, but I have, so just accept it and move on. But whatever happens to Dembélé doesn't actually matter, to be honest. All that matters is that Barcelona learn from their lesson and that all the other clubs learn from that lesson too. Giving a 21-year-old €250,000 a week is occasionally, just occasionally, going to throw up just some problems. He's probably earned enough money already to retire, pay all his friends a decent wage just to hang about with him every evening, go out every night, eat whatever he wants, and also stay up and play Red Dead Redemption until literally any time, absolutely any time, forever. Oh, hang on. He just has it all already, doesn't he? Actually, scrap what I said earlier about the work ethic. Just retire now, Dembélé. You've peaked. You're absolutely... I take it all back. Give me 250k and I'll be over in a jiffy with a controller and some Doritos. What flavour do you call original? Yeah, you're one of those guys, aren't you? Good man. Not the tangy ones, you bitch. Chili Heatwave can f off as well. All right, I'll eat them if they're there, but I'm not going to do it. Our next comment comes from Willany has a square head and a bunch of other people. Joey Barton. Joe, I'll punch you in the face, Barton. Joey Barton is the worst. Joey Barton has to be the worst. This was in reaction to last week's video where I wanted your opinions on who you thought was just the worst bloke in the Premier League. Now, by no means do I think Joey Barton has a great track record, all right? He's been to jail for assault. He once assaulted former teammate Ousmane Dembélé and left him with a suspected detached retina. That's the bit of your eyeball that receives light. He detached that. I didn't know that could happen. It's also the name of the fancy displays they put on Apple products. Ooh. He also punched Morten Gamst Pedersen and he went on a one-man riot against City in that famous City QPR game. But do you know what he hasn't done? He hasn't sucked on raw chicken. But guess who has? I take back everything I said or suggested about Nasri last week. We have the new king of worst bloke to grace the Premier League, and it's Patrice Evra. Not only does he love this game, I hate that. I hate the game because of that. He loves to caress, slap, nibble, suck, and spank raw chicken. Like, what's going on? What has actually happened? Can someone please just check on him? That is, just section him. That's unbelievable. How can a man just be so brazen about handling raw chicken? I'm on the other end of the scale. When I touch raw chicken, I need like a hazmat suit because I'm absolutely terrible. I'm cooking chicken. Zach's just sitting there just doing whatever, and I'm just like, I don't want to touch it. I'm gonna get salmonella or seriously ill. I'm like wiping down services like a serial killer in CSI Miami. Get the raw chicken out your bloody mouth, you weirdo. It's weird. Now anyway, Evra was at West Ham last season and the Champions League winner made 5 appearances. He lost 3 of them, 4-1. He drew 1 and then he won the other one. In the game he won, he was on for 1 minute. So obviously he's both physically broken and footballingly broken as well. So it'd be mad for anyone to sign him up, let alone West Ham taking the plunge again. But hang on, what's it? Is this Is that a recent picture of Patrice Evra training with West Ham again? Pictured in a photo training set that also features Sami Nasri. Now, I know that doesn't mean that they've re-signed him. David Beckham once trained with Arsenal. But we're talking about West Ham here. There's a huge, huge chance that they could re-sign him. If I was Pellegrini, I'd see Evra walk into training and I'd be like, you know, get out. Get the cluck out. What a joke that is. Take your bloody giblets elsewhere. Tom Bishop has our next comment and he said, my missus thinks you're fit. I'm actually incredibly unfit, hence why I'm a goalkeeper, because all I have to do is just fall. Just fall down. More weight makes it easier. Mercurial Racer has the next comment. Who's the lady on the thumbnail? It doesn't matter who the lady was in the thumbnail last week, you absolute filth bag. Leave her alone. You know how to use Google, Bing search, Yahoo search, ask Jeeves. Is Jeeves still about? Is he dead? I assume so. Just don't come over to this football channel and expect to get your jimmies off here. Out. Get out. Leave. Don't touch it. Out. Bassi Bruno has the next one and he said, this is so underrated. Effortlessly funny. Thank you, Bruno, but it's far from effortless. I try incredibly hard and spend a few hours writing this. So, you know, as the legendary Mark Wahlberg and The Rock once said, no pain, no gain.
It's called pain and gain, Russ. You don't be a little bitch.
I actually really like that film. Good film. Funny. Johannes Kotze has the next comment. I'm commenting solely for the purpose to make sure that this comment introduces Shaka Shao. He's cottoned on. It's time for... international break. There was no representative of Fußball Gelsenkirchen Schalke 04 that turned up to the Veltins Arena and had a row kickabout. Just none. Absolutely none. What do I put in this bit now? Did you know that Brustwarze means nipple in English, but the literal translation is actually breast wart? Nice. I bet that's put off our friend from earlier. Bloody Mercurial Racer, the pervert, from trying to find that lady's name earlier, so you could try and Google her and oogle at her Brustwarzes, you weirdo. Stop thinking about her Brustwarzes. Jesus. Comment of the week, Dan Garabetti. Kieran has too much creative control. I do actually. Who at EFD thought it was a good idea to give him his own show? Chris Hamill. I made this show on 90+1 and then we decided to move it and me over to Euro Football Daily and now I barely talk about football over here instead. So any complaints can be directed at CP Hamill on Twitter. And that is it for this week. Go subscribe to my personal channel. Apologies if it was a short one. I have had a very busy week, which included editing me versus McCubbin on Stat Wars. And don't want to give it away, but might not have lost. So go check that episode out, and right now go check out the other episode, which should be up today, where Jalab takes on Chris Hamill. Auf Wiedersehen!